Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back, friends. Today we're just out in a local area that's maybe you've seen it before in other videos, maybe you haven't. But today we're out here in the woods amongst some ruins. I don't know if you can see that right there. It's the foundation of an old asylum. I guess Cranberry Hospital, an old sanitarium. And we're here to try out another piece of kit. And yes, it is another stove, and we're going to use it properly. And it's a solid fuel tab stove. And I've always wanted to try one of these out, and they're really inexpensive. So today I picked one up. I'm going to cook some food on it. So I'll see you when I get there. I'm going to cut through the woods right over here. I can get down there. Still some snow on the ground, but today happens to be a beautiful day. Almost 40 degrees. It's like a beach day compared to how cold it's been. I'm also carrying a new pack. Not really doing any kind of like a review, as I just want to be able to tell you about it. It's a small 13-liter Daypack from Osprey. It's the Osprey Daylite. And for a small 13-liter pack, I have this thing filled. It just carries so much. So go over a little bit of that as well. Not a real long video, or maybe it will be, because you know how I like to draw these things out sometimes. I'm like, oh, look at this, look at that. But all right, just making our way up to an old fireplace. So I figured this old dining hall area would be a great way to try out this new stove right in the hearth area of this old fireplace that burned down many, many years ago. Done some metal detecting down here. It's just a cool little area, but see you when I get there, guys. Whew. It's nice out here. It's not as warm as I was hoping, but that's all right. We're out here. We're gonna make it work. Oh, look at that. Look at this old fireplace. I figured, you know what? We're gonna come out here. I'm gonna put the stove right over here and cook up some lunch. Let's check it out. Whew. A little chilly. So, just go over real quick. The pack I'm using today is the Osprey. They're very well at putting their logo to places where it can be seen. But I don't mind that. You know, like that actually brings up a point. Who cares if like there's logos on things? You know, I mean, we're not trying to show it off, but if a company has a logo on something, so what? You know, so many of these videos are, oh, I don't want to show the logo and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It is what it is, all right? So here's the Osprey. It's not too in your face. Little Osprey logo right there. I just happened to choose the red one. I'm surprised I didn't choose black, but whatever. Right there, it tells you what kind it is. It's the Daylite right there, as indicated by the stitching. And the only other place is on the front straps, or the chest strap right here. Little Osprey logo. That's just my thermometer hanging off of there. And it's a little 13-liter Daypack. Big, generous water pockets on each side. This one happens to be a 1-liter smart water bottle that I have on the side, and on the other I just have some cooking utensils, and I had my tripod in there. And it has a front pocket, which, let me see if I can bring that down just a little bit. It has a front pocket, and inside I keep things like, you know, my power bank to charge up my phone or whatever else. Got some cables, some tissues. I have some toilet paper, my flashlight, hand sanitation wipes, and some snacks. And in the main compartment, even though it's just a 13 liter, I have a stove, I have a chair, I have a table, got my little egg carrier, got some, so part of the dish, you'll know we'll be using some eggs. All right, but yeah, so, oh, and a pan. All right, got a little pan in here as well. This is the stove, and I'll show you that in a second. It's really small. But all right, let me get to setting up and I'll show you the stove. That's what we came out here to do, but I just wanted to let you know I'm using a different pack today, and I love it. It's great for day trips or small little hikes. The Osprey 13 liter Daylite. So real quickly, because I don't want to focus just too much on one thing, I just want to show you, like I said, the Osprey 13 liter Daylite Daypack. It does feature some nice security clips right there, so you have your water bottle or whatever you have in your side pockets. You can clip tight right there. There's one on one side, one on the other side. It doesn't have, like you say, a big huge hip belt, but it does have these hip that go around, these hip straps right here that go around for easy carrying. Don't really need the load lifters, but it does have this strap right here that you can compress down and get a tighter fit closer to your body, so they have that on both sides. I really love it. Breathable back right here, so if you're wearing this in warmer conditions, you won't sweat. It puts a little bit of space between your body and your pack, so a nice breathable little area right there. And I kind of happen to like that about Osprey packs. Nice mesh durable fabric, and the outer, I'll leave what it's made out of on the screen so you can read that. I might not have all the specs in my head. Nice little carry handle right here. Lots of different colors to choose from. I just happen to choose a brighter color. Here's the front pocket. Let's see if I can put this down and show you that a little bit better. And then I'll show you everything that I brought out in my loadout today, so you'll be able to see that. But the front pocket, it's not, you know, super huge. Don't mind the stuff I have in there. I have a tissue and some toilet paper. It has two little pockets right here, one right there and one right here. Big enough to fit, like, you know, your cell phone or a battery pack right in there. All right, so that fits right in there. Nice generous little area. So there's that little strap or hook right here for your keys, so you can put your keys right there. It does have room if you wanted to put a water bladder. I mean, it's only a 13 liter pack. I'm not a fan of water bladders, so I never use them. But there's also another little strap right here. If you wanted to use this, you could strap your keys or anything you wanted to have easily accessible right there. All right, get that back in there. Back pocket, That's where I had my chair and my table. And then a pretty generous area for what other things you may want to haul with you. So there's that. I really love this. And I'll show you everything I brought with me. So this is everything I brought. I have a flashlight. You saw my battery pack that's in there. My cord. I have some wipes. I have a 1 liter bottle of water. I have some utensils. I have a cooking pot that's filled with other items. I have an egg in my egg carrier. This is the stove. We're going to get to that in a minute. This is my mug. I have another mug in there and some coffee, and I had some, some sugar and some creamer. My stainless steel cup that I'm going to use to boil some water. Some utensils, a little fold-out table, and a chair. So for a little 13-liter day pack, this does carry it. This is the stove I brought out here. And I'm sure maybe you're familiar with these stoves once I show you what it is. This is just an emergency fold-out stove. A lot of you might know it by another name. A lot of companies make these type of stoves. And this is what it looks like. Right there, the kind you just pull out right there. This is I have fuel tabs in there right now, but this is the stove we're gonna try out. It was like less than $6. All right, just pull that to open up right there. It comes with 24 different fuel tabs. I just happen to bring one little pack. So I'm gonna use each little tablet. This is a brand by Coghlan's, by the way, in case you're wondering. I'll put the information right here if you wanna see it. That's the stove I'm talking about. And the fuel tabs, if you want to know, these are the fuel tabs. Each one burns for about 9 minutes. I'm probably going to use about 3 and light it on fire to burn my water. I brought a couple of little pieces of tin foil to put under the stove. Generally, the little fuel tabs don't melt, but they could fall through. So I'm just going to put a little piece of tin foil under there. So let's get to seeing how this thing works. All right. So this is the stove. These are the fuel tablets. And these are hexamine. So if you want to know what they're made out of, they're little hexamine tablets. Let me put my little piece of tin foil under here. And there we go. All right, so there's that. Now I don't want to put it in a big open position, so I'll show you. My cup that I'm using fits pretty much right in there, and I want to set it up a little bit so it'll have a room to burn. So that's the position I'm going to be using it in. It has these little spots that you click in, and my pot is going to rest right there. It'll be something like that. All right, let me get this fuel tab open and we'll light it, get some water, and we'll see how long it burns. I'm not a fan of timing it, but if you want to time it, feel free. Okay. All right, got the little cover, some spices. I'm gonna use that we're gonna make up a ramen dish, but let's get to boiling some water first. I'm gonna need this lid. Put the lid on. I'm just going to put a lid over the pot right there when I have it on the stove. All right, so I have 3 little hexamine tablets right here. I think you can see those. And I'm going to put them right in here. And we're going to light those. Let me get some water in my mug. Oh, excuse me. Let me get some water in my mug. That ought to be enough. I'm going to put my noodles right in there. And then I'm going to set them aside and we're going to make something else. All right, I'm just going to smash up my noodles. It's highly therapeutic. trash. And of course, I will be taking my trash with me, so let me just stir that in there. I'm going to put the flavor packet in now, just so it can get all nice with the flavor. All right. I'm not going to use this whole thing. Well, you know what? Yeah, because I'm going to put it in the pan afterwards. I'm not going to be really using all this liquid. All right, get in there. Get that all stirred up. It's riveting, isn't it? All right. Get some matches, and we'll set it on fire. Okay. All right. So if you can see that, I have one of those tablets burning. And I'm going to set this right on there to cook. And I know a pot boils better with a lid on. This isn't obviously the right lid for it, but I'm going to put that on there. And yeah, we'll see how long it goes. Now the wind's coming in from this way, so I'm just gonna turn it. Actually, let me just move it a little bit. Move it that way. Put that on there. I don't know why, but it seems like everything I'm using today is by a company called Coghlan's. I think they're out of Canada. I have the Coghlan's matches, the Coghlan's stove, emergency stove, the Coghlan's fuel tabs, the stainless steel mug. Well, what I like about this mug is it does have the measurements in it. Got a little bit of ramen hanging off of there. All right, we'll see how long that takes to boil. Get some nice heat off of that. My God, my hands are freezing. Whew. What do you think? The weather's been getting kind of nice. I'm liking it. We have some nicer days coming. It's about the end of February. Not sure what's happening under there. I'll check that in a minute. But for right now, we're just going to boil up some ramen and set that aside. And then I'm going to fry up an egg in this pot, or in this pan right here. See how long it takes to fry up an egg. I imagine it wouldn't take that long. We'll season that up. We'll mix the two. Make ourselves a little lunch on this little emergency cook stove. But really great piece of kit to have. For, you know, backpacking, you want to go ultralight. This is a good way to go. And I bought all this stuff myself. No one's like sponsoring me or, you know, telling me what to say or how to use these things. I bought it myself and I just wanted to show it to you. This might be something you're looking into. Another option for a cook stove. You have, you know, your MSRs, you have your alcohol stoves, you have your twig stoves. We have this little fold out stove. So there's a lot of options for you when it comes to boiling up your water or cooking your lunch when you're out on trail or in the backcountry. So let's see. So far, so good. It doesn't look like any of those fuel tablets are leaking much. I'll bring you in to show you. They're kind of coming through just a little bit, but not much. So that's why I brought the tin foil. All right, I don't know if you can see under there that flame right there. So it came through the holes just a little bit on the inside of that stove. So bring a little bit of tin foil with you if you're going to use this. It can't hurt. Let's see what's happening on the inside of the pot. Ooh, look at that. You got the steam coming off right away. You know, we don't have any kind of a rolling boil or anything yet, but oh wow, that's hot. Yeah. Hopefully this will come out. I think you can hear a little bit of boil. Look at that flame. That is nice. And another option you can use if you don't want to use these fuel tabs, you could use a little fuel canister, or you could use something on the idea of a sterno, although sterno I don't think will really kick out a ton of heat, but it would keep something warm if you wanted to warm something up. And you can also use it as an alcohol stove or a base. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that's boiling right now. I don't know, maybe it's been about, 4 or 5 minutes, not too sure. Haven't been timing it, but that's pretty awesome. Let me put the lid back on. Another great little option for cooking, something nice and lightweight to toss into your pack. It's about the size of like a cell phone and a half. And one package or one sleeve of fuel tabs fits right into that, all folded up. So, takes no space at all. Way cool. I'm just gonna let that burn out. Look at that, still going. Just a little bit came through. You can hear it now, listen. So many great things out there today. Listen to the sound of the birds too. Awesome. Oh yeah, we got a boil coming, that's for sure. Woo! Those noodles are puffing up. All right, let me take these off. Those are ready to obviously sit. All right, those can just sit and get all nice, because we're gonna transfer those to a pot. Look at that, it's still kind of going. This is what it looks like. All right, just got one little lump still burning. I can't really see anything under the stove. So nothing really fell through the holes except during the first few minutes when it just started to light. Maybe a little of the material came through, but look at that, it's just basically just burning itself out. So 3 tablets was kind of perfect to do these ramen noodles right here. Look at that. I'm gonna drain them in a little bit. All right, let's get the next one. let's get the next course going. All right, there's the pan I'm gonna eat out of. There's all my stuff. So I got a little bit of oil right here that I brought. Put that in the pan. All right, a little bit of oil. Put that back in the bag. These are my spices ready to go. I love these things. I picked these up on sale at REI. There's just these little containers that have salt, and pepper in one of these. I have everything bagel seasoning in one, and garlic on the other. Look at that. And then I have some onion powder right there, and some tagine spices right there. So throw a little bit of that in the egg. All right, so since 3 of these little fuel tablets worked, I'm going to use 3 more to do this egg. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3. And it's suggested, wipe your hands off after handling any kind of fuel tablets. I imagine it can't be safe, so that's why I brought the wipes. So before I eat, I will be wiping my hands off. All right, let me get this lit, or get it ready to get lit. Brought an egg. Hopefully it's still in one piece, and it is. Love this little case. All right. Spatula. There we go. All right, so that's on fire. Scramble that up a little bit. Let's cook that. Now with this, I could probably open up the stove. Is it too hot to touch? No. You know what, we already have it folded down. I could open that up all the way since I'm using a wider base, but we'll just do this. And we'll see how long it cooks up this egg. Use a little onion powder. Just a little bit. Some pepper. I'm a big fan of pepper in my eggs. Egg. Oh, we're cooking. We got some cooking. Oh, we're cooking. A little bit of salt. scrambling up pretty well. Let that do its thing. Nice. A little bit of everything bagel seasoning. I think that'll be good. Just use up a little bit of garlic because everything's better with garlic in my own opinion. Way cool. Look at that. That egg is done. That egg is scrambled up. Gonna let it go just a little bit more. Gonna drain those noodles and add it right in. How awesome. Draining the noodles right here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice sizzle. Look at that, 3 little tablets of fuel. And we just made a whole dish. So a total of 6 little fuel tabs. Look at that. Way cool. Now that's a pretty big flame for just 3 little tablets. Just wanted to show you that. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? So look at this, we got a beautiful stir-fry meal. This actually tastes like Chinese food. Well, it's ramen noodles and stir-fried eggs, so why wouldn't it? Oh, this is so good. It's always fun to try new gear. You know, the message of this video is it doesn't always have to be about the latest and greatest, most expensive gear. You can pick up something cheap and get the job done. Look at this, I'm eating a nice, delicious meal that I cooked off some fuel tablets and in a folding stove that was like less than $6. You can't beat it. Beautiful environment, way to spend the day. And if you're looking for a lightweight pack, you know, you can consider the Osprey. Some people might not like Osprey. You might have something else in mind. But I happen to love it. good view of that. I don't know, the light might be a little off, but look at that. Some ramen noodles and stir-fried egg. Piping hot. Piping hot. I'm telling you, this is what it's all about. Just getting outside, having fun, trying new pieces of kit that you may have picked up, enjoying the nice weather and nature, not sitting at home in front of the tube. Man, this is good. A lot of flavor from just those spices that I put in. It really does taste like something you'd buy at the Chinese food restaurant. Just throw in a little bit of peas, maybe some chicken, and you get yourself a good meal. You could always bring cooked chicken with you if you wanted to add that in. I mean, yeah, you can get creative. What would you cook on this? Oh, I love it. So good. So guys, that was just my quick little, I guess, review. It's not really too much of a review because I happen to like it, you know, maybe you don't, but I happen to like it. But I just wanted to show it to you. So the reason why I'm showing it to you is it could be an option. That's something you might want to consider taking on your backpacking trips. This is the stove, and it folds up just like this. Nice. And a sleeve of those fuel tabs fit right in here, closed up, and it's ready to go. I'll put the weight and everything right here if you want to know how much it weighs, or feel free to look it up yourself. It's the Coghlan's emergency stove. Pop it in a bag. Throw it in my pack. Pack up everything and get it ready to go. And I'll see you in a moment. Looks pretty good, huh? I like it for a day pack. It's not bad at all. Can you believe I got all that stuff packed in here? Pans, stoves. But yeah, I hope you liked it, guys. I'm gonna make our way out now. So what'd you think of that stove? I thought it was pretty awesome, actually. Got a good meal out of it. The pack was just enough to carry it all. It was a nice change from carrying around like a 50-liter pack. It was awesome, actually. And I still had all the necessities I needed for a great day out. Glad you could come along with me. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want. You might see something you like, you might not. Always trying to change it up. You might see something you might want to try. But anyways, guys, that's that. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.